Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lizzie and I am so happy to have you. And today I am actually bringing you guys a speed build. So this is my second speed build on this channel and also my first time doing a voiceover. So bear with me if it's terrible, but I'm gonna try my best. So this house is actually for my not so berry family. I love them to pieces. One of my favorite households to date, and as much as I have loved their little tiny trailer home, I've kind of decided that it is time for Cara and Phoenix to move on. So I'm hoping that in the next video that they will be moved into this house. They might not be in it at the beginning, but they should be in it by the end, hopefully. But I am just so excited for them to move on. They love their little trailer home, but I think Cara has kind of decided that with the growth of her family and having taken this kind of unexpected turn into parenthood, that she kind of needs a bit of a change and a bigger house. So she's going to be kind of working to get the funds to move in to this house. So I was kind of procrastinating, honestly, making them a new house for quite some time because I knew I wanted them to move out, but I didn't know what I wanted the house to look like. I knew I wanted it to be kind of small and I wanted it to kind of fit the same vibe as the trailer home. So not necessarily like huge or super modern or super fancy, but just kind of like small and humble on the outside. And I think this house honestly fits the exact vibe that I was looking for. So that is super exciting. I was kind of struggling with the windows for quite some time. I couldn't decide which ones I liked the best, and I think these are the ones that I end up sticking with. And I love these windows. I think they're from the Get Famous pack, and I love them. I use them all of the time. They're one of my favorites for sure. So as you can see, they have the actual house portion, and then I did make a small add-on garage. The house and the garage were inspired by a picture off of Pinterest, but I lost it and I cannot find it. I recorded this about a week or two ago, and I'm just now getting to the voiceover, so that's my bad. I do not still have that picture, but I wanted to add the garage, kind of keep that vibe of having Cara's workspace a bit separate from the house, because I don't think she would want that to all be in the house. Definitely with Phoenix around, I don't think she would want her getting into any of that sciencey stuff, as well as I don't think she would really want people who kind of come into her home to be able to have access to that either, especially with all of the research that she does with aliens and all of that. So I just think that it kind of suits her best to have a separate little workspace for that. And then later on, I can't remember when I added in, but you'll see that I do add a greenhouse. I think it's coming up soon. I wasn't originally going to add that. This was all that was going to be on the property, but it still felt so bare. And if you guys haven't noticed, in the Not So Berry Let's Play on the trailer home lot, there is a lot of empty space in the back of that because I was originally planning on expanding, but I didn't like the lighting of that lot, so that's why I chose to make the house on a different one. But I didn't want there to be a bunch of empty space on this lot either, so I made a little small add-on to the house, as you just saw, and then right now I'm going to start with the greenhouse just so that it doesn't look so empty. And plus, I think the greenhouse works well anyways, as she does have to get to level 10 of that skill, so it kind of works out, to be honest. But yeah, I just thought that it was kind of a nice little easy way to fill up some of that space. Obviously that back left corner is still quite empty, but honestly I'm okay with that. The whole property doesn't need to be filled up necessarily. I just wanted something right up here at the front so that it didn't look so empty. I did struggle again with trying to find the right windows and kind of how I wanted to place them. As you can see, I'm kind of fiddling around with them, and this is what I ended up deciding to go with. But then I kind of felt like there was maybe too many, so I kind of changed it up again last minute at the very end. You'll kind of see me messing with it. I was kind of like, this is like a big glass box, which is technically what a greenhouse is anyways, but I just kind of wanted there to be one small strip of just no windows, just to make things a bit easier. But anyways, as you can see, we are now moving on to adding a couple more exterior things, just a way to get into the garage. I do end up leaving the backyard bare, and I did that on purpose. One, I wanted this house to be reasonably cheap, so you're not going to see tons of clutter. It's going to be pretty minimalistic, and we'll kind of add on to it as the story progresses. But for now, I wanted it to be pretty cheap because I wanted her to be able to actually move into it within a decent amount of time. And it was pretty expensive at the end of it. I think it was like $67,000 or something like that. So quite expensive, even as is, without the clutter. But yeah, as I was saying, I just kind of wanted to keep things super cheap, so I didn't actually add anything to the backyard, but eventually, you know, we can put in a pool or a hot tub and some other fun activities back there. I did add a basketball hoop to the front yard, which you'll see at some point. And of course, you know, Carl will bring her telescope and all of her other stuff from their current house, so we can always add in that stuff as well. But oh my goodness, 7 minutes in and I already feel like I am so out of breath from talking for this long. I do know that I made a community post and kind of was talking about how I would be streaming yesterday, which was Saturday, while I'm recording this, but I think this is going to go up on Tuesday. So I know I made kind of a community post on Friday, kind of talking about how I was going to go live on Saturday, and that didn't actually end up happening, so I am sorry about that, but I do have a bit of a good reason. My family actually came down to visit me on Saturday, kind of like last minute dealio. They came down to go ahead and take me out to lunch and stuff like that. For those of you who don't know, I am a full-time college student, and I live only an hour and a half away from my home, but I actually cannot go home unless there is a designated holiday break and campus is closed, and that's due to my practicums and practicals that I am taking this semester for my major. So I am required to be on campus or maximum like 30 minutes away from campus pretty much every day of the week, unless campus is officially closed for a holiday. So I only get to go home one time through this whole semester, and that is during our spring break. So I haven't seen my family in quite a few weeks, which I know probably doesn't seem like a very long time, but I am a huge homebody, like probably one of the biggest homebodies you could ever meet. I love being home. I love being with my family. I would prefer to be there than almost anywhere else. So the past couple of weeks have been pretty rough, not being able to go home. I did do this last semester as well, but thankfully after this semester, this will no longer be a thing for me. All of my practicums and practicals that keep me here on campus will be over with. So these practicals are basically a full-time job. I am pretty much working outside of class and homework 40 hours a week. And then, of course, I have homework and classes on top of that. And as well as all of that, I do work every day of the week. So I do not have a day off. My easiest day is Saturdays. That's pretty much my day that I consider having off, but I still do have to go in for a brief amount of time, and some days I don't even get that day off if there are things that I have to get done. But I'm basically up at 6 a.m. on Saturdays there for a couple hours, and then I come back, get a little bit more sleep, and then do homework and recording and things like that. So I do apologize for not sticking to my word, but when my family told me that they had the day off and were able to come down, I was not passing up on that opportunity. No way. So of course I was like, yes, come down, come see me. I miss you guys. It did make me very homesick. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as they left, I was in tears and was like, no, wait, come back, please. It did make me very homesick and just even more eager for break, which is actually only in 3 weeks, I think, which is insane. That is insane. And I have so much to get done before I leave for break. I am going to be so busy, but cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait. So that was just a little update on all of that. Again, I do apologize, but again, it wasn't really something that I was willing to pass up on. As you guys can see, I have started on the interior. So this is up for download now on the gallery. If you guys can't find it, make sure that you mark for CC, because the interior is in fact made with CC, and I don't know the creators. I do apologize for that. It's not going to be linked. I'm not going to include a folder or anything like that because that does go against the guidelines. But if you guys want to leave a comment down below about any specific items or things, I can try and find some answers, but no guarantees, no promises that I will actually be able to. I will try my best though. I love using Build CC for my household. I love building with just the game and the packs. Of course, nothing ever beats that for me. That will always probably be my favorite way to build. If you guys don't know, I do have an Instagram for all of my builds and things, which will be linked down below, so you guys can easily go check that out, of course. And actually, for quite some time, I did not ever let myself build with anything but just the game. I pretty much kind of despise the idea of Build CC, and I don't really know why. That really just changed recently when I got my desktop and was kind of able to download more CC and things like that. And once that happened, I was hooked. So I love it. I'll never go back in terms of never having it in my game, because I do love having it just for my Let's Plays and things like that. I think it makes the game so pretty and so unique for each player too. Kind of gives everybody a bit more of their own style. But just in case you guys cannot find it on the gallery, if you're wanting it, it's because it has CC on it, and you do have to click that little box to be able to officially see it. On another note, I just want to thank everybody so much. The past couple of videos I've been getting so much views on, and so many likes, and so much love, and so many new subscribers. So thank you guys so much, seriously. I know that the first kind of month of uploading was a little bit rough for lots of reasons. I did not know what I was doing, for one, never done this before, so rough in terms of editing and just content in general. And also, the quality of my audio sucked. I know that. I was well aware of that. I was using my Apple headphones. I'm not even gonna lie. So it sucked. It was really bad. But now, as you guys have probably been able to tell with the past 2 videos and now this one, and of course the one that's coming out tomorrow, my quality has drastically improved thanks to my mic. But just the amount of love that I got even when things were going really rough. Thank you guys seriously so much. I appreciate it. Every single one of you counts, and I am like, I think at 52 subs right now looking at it today. So who knows where I'll be by the time that this video gets uploaded, but seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do this for fun. I don't do this for views or for subs or anything like that. I do this purely for my own enjoyment. This is my favorite way to play the game. This has always kind of been my favorite way to play the game, to just, for example, like with my little sister, loved playing it with her and just like being able to create that storyline and things like that. So this has always been my favorite way to play, and I'm just happy that you guys seem to enjoy it as well. Also, can I just say, I think it's up by now, but if it's not, it might not be coming out until Sunday actually. My star sign legacy, oh my goodness, you guys, I realized after I played the first episode that I put her in the exact same, like I used the same save file as I did for my Not So Berry, and I started it in the exact same place somehow, so like same exact day, so they were going to be like side by side, having the exact same holidays and things, which I don't even know if you guys would have noticed, but for me that was something that really bothered me. So I was trying to download a save file. I think it's the rat save or something like that. It'll be linked in my newest star sign video that comes out Sunday. But I was trying to download that one so that I could kind of see if I could find a way to transfer over everything, like the house that she had, and even just like resave her to the gallery so that she would have all of her skills and stuff, and then save everybody who I had kind of created for her. And when I downloaded the save file, it took that slot. I don't know how, I don't know why. I guess it had like the same name for some reason, but I don't know why it would have done that. Like the file names, I guess, were the exact same, because it did say when I downloaded it that I already had that file name used, but I thought that just meant that I had already downloaded the save file. So of course I clicked replace, and then I logged into the game, and then I realized that for some reason this save file that I downloaded took the place of my star sign save. So that disappeared. It's gone. I don't have it anymore, and I was so upset. I was so upset. Thankfully, I saved her when I made her and uploaded her to the gallery, so I have her. I've reset everything up. I've already started recording the next episode, but I was distraught to say the least. I had to make her a whole new house. So what I'll probably end up doing is trying to recreate the house that I had her in, because I loved that house, you guys. I loved it. I literally loved it. And if I do decide to recreate it, then I'll probably just make a speed build on it, to be honest. But it's gone. I don't have access to that, so I'll be trying to remake it, but I already remade her a new house. I've already placed in different Sims for her. So just so you guys know, when you do go to watch that on Sunday, things are going to be looking a bit different, and I do explain it briefly in the intro, but yeah, that was my bad. On the plus side, I'm not playing in the exact same save file as my Not So Berry anymore, so the lots and things will be different now, as well as like the holidays and stuff, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I didn't want it to all be the exact same. I wanted there to be some uniqueness between the two of them. Not that it really matters all that much, and I don't know if it would have bothered you guys or not, but I know for a fact it really would have bothered me. I don't know if I have shown it yet already in the video. I wasn't really paying attention, to be all that honest, but there are going to be 2 or 3, I think it's 2 rooms that are going to be left without lights and without doors, so you can't actually get into them. You can see one on the right there, as well as the little jut out in the side of the house. They don't have lights in them, and there are no doors to access them, and I did do that on purpose. It wasn't an accident. I didn't forget about them. One's going to be a bathroom, and then the other one, I was at first thinking I was going to make it into an office, but then I don't know why I'm paused right now. I guess I was debating something, but sorry about that brief moment of no activity. Anyways, the jut out right there at the top of the screen that you can kind of see, I was going to make that an office, but I think I've decided that eventually that's just going to be child number 2's room. They were left empty on purpose. Again, just kind of a way to save on terms of how expensive the house was. And also, I didn't want them just kind of like wandering into those rooms and standing in there for no reason, because there's nothing in them. And like, I didn't want people to come over to the house and like go stand in there for absolutely no reason and kind of like gather in there. So I just made them impossible to access. So, if that bothers you, I'm sorry. It'll be like that for probably a couple episodes. But of course, if you guys download it, feel free to change that. I mean, I'm going to be changing it eventually anyways. That small little blank room right there at the bottom on the right is either going to be another bathroom, or I think a laundry room is what I'm probably going to end up making it at some point, because we already have 2 bathrooms. I don't think we really need a third. Could be nice to have, but I don't think we need it. So yeah, this bedroom is so cozy. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I did have a hard time finding a mattress that I wanted, because I wanted it to be blue, but I didn't want it to be super patterned, and I didn't want it to be so blue that like the whole room was just like overwhelmed by it. But I think it actually turned out really nice. I ended up sticking with this one, and I really like it personally. I think the white kind of helps even everything out, but I think it's so nice and cozy. I would also love to know what your guys' thoughts are on the upcoming pack, as well as the infant update. I personally cannot wait. I'm trying to decide if I want to end up making a whole new let's play to play with the new pack, or if I just kind of want to integrate it into my 2 current let's plays. I think I won't probably know until it comes out and I can kind of see a little bit more about it, like in terms of what the actual content is. I hope it's pretty heavily filled with new content and things for us to do, but you never know, to be quite honest. But I do hope that it will be heavily loaded with stuff for us. But there is the possibility for maybe like a short-term let's play in terms of that. But I even have a hard time just starting those on my own, like pack specific saves. Like, I never really stick with them for very long. Maybe it would be different if I'm like recording it for a purpose, but I don't know. So you guys can definitely let me know your thoughts on that, if that would be something that you think you guys would be interested in. I would also just love to hear your guys' kind of opinions about it in general. Like, are you guys excited for it? Do you think it's going to be pretty heavily loaded in terms of content? Do you guys think it'll be a bit of a disappointment? Like, what are your expectations for it? What do you guys think will be included? Same for the infants. I am so excited for that, you guys. Like, literally have been anxiously waiting on the edge of my seat for that to like drop. And I know it doesn't even come out until next month, which feels like so far away. I can't even begin to express, but I'm still just so excited. Like, I genuinely cannot wait. And I know that so many people like are also kind of thinking the same thing. Like, everybody's so excited, but I'd love to know your guys' kind of like specific thoughts on everything. I'm so eager to play with it. I hope like the day it drops that I do have like a baby that's like about to age up. I might kind of plan that around then, and see if I can kind of make it so that we can play with infants right away. If not, I'm definitely going to probably do a live stream when that update drops. So be on the lookout for that next month, because I will definitely do a live stream with my current family household, because she's pregnant right now, and so by the time that drops, she'll probably have a baby, so we can just age it on up into an infant. But as you guys can see, we are getting pretty close to the end of this video. I'm just going to finish up with the toddler's room as well as the bathroom. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all very, very soon in the next one. Bye, guys.